Hey, what's up guys? It's Tip, and we just got some huge news. Like, this is not a drill. This is not a false alarm. We probably got the biggest piece of news since the Classic WoW announcement. And I'm talking about this Reddit post right now on the Classic WoW subreddit, started by a guy named JPedroTE52. Okay, so it's the first post right now on the Classic WoW subreddit, and it's very well deserved at that spot because it is the first potential bit of footage that we've seen from the official Classic WoW Alpha. Now, let me tell you something right off the bat, guys. This is not 100% confirmed, and I don't think it'll ever be confirmed, but it's definitely something we can speculate about because it's very, very crazy. So it looks like Blizzard posted something on their WoW Europe account or on their World of Warcraft Twitter, and it was in celebration of the 13th year anniversary of World of Warcraft in Europe. Now, for those of you that don't know, WoW did not launch in Europe right away. I think it launched in patch 1.2. So if you're one of those purists that wants to see patches start from 1.1 all the way to 1.12, I guess that means a delayed European launch. But forget about that right now. Let's talk about this specific footage. Now, in the footage, you see about 45 seconds of footage of Vanilla WoW. Now, a lot of people have been debating as to whether or not this is the original Vanilla WoW footage or possibly the current alpha build that we know is available right now for Classic WoW at Blizzard HQ. Basically, some people are saying this cannot be the original Vanilla WoW footage because of certain positioning of characters in the actual screen, and more importantly, because of the quality of the shadows in the actual footage. Now, if you take a look, you can see that the shadows are much sharper in this actual video than they were back in 2004 to 2006. Back then, you didn't have high quality shadowing. That was something that was implemented, I believe, in either TBC or possibly even Wrath of the Lich King, which brings us to the second group of people who speculate that this could actually be footage from Wrath. It doesn't necessarily have to be footage from the current alpha build of Classic. This could just be old footage that Blizzard had archived away and is using right now for this clip. But again, those group of people could be wrong as well due to certain positioning of NPCs as well as where characters are actually starting in this clip. And I'm not going to get into the details too much, but basically we have a situation where this footage is at least not the authentic Wrath of the Lich King starting footage. It's not the authentic Vanilla WoW starting footage, and potentially it could be the authentic Alpha Classic WoW footage, which is insane, guys. This is a huge deal for so many reasons. First and foremost, it does validate that an alpha build is up, or at least a pre-alpha build is up at Blizzard HQ. We already knew that technically because J. Allen Brack told us this in several interviews, but it's nice to actually see it right up in front of you. The second thing this footage says, in my opinion, which is far more important, is that Blizzard is keeping track of the forums. Trust me, guys. There is so much nuance and so many hidden details in this reveal, and I'm going to start breaking them down for you one by one. First and foremost, we did not get new models, okay? There's definitely no new models in this clip. Number two, we got updated shadows. So why is this important? Well, as you guys know, last week I made my updated graphics changes video, and I also made a post on the official Blizzard forums, so you guys can check that out. But basically, the discussion of updated graphics has been pretty much front and center in the Classic WoW debate in the past couple of weeks. For Blizzard to potentially be releasing alpha footage that shows that shadows have been altered, but nothing else, is very interesting, and I think it shows that they've been paying attention to the discussion. Blizzard knows that if we see updated models or any kind of crazy graphics overhaul, the vast majority of people who want to play World of Warcraft in its original state are going to be very, very upset. But for those that are even the most adamant no changes people, basically, such as myself, I can't say much to this. I can't. What am I going to do? Am I going to go on an internet tirade over slightly higher definition shadows? Am I really that much of a spurg? No. Guys, I'm not. And as much as I am no changes, and as much as I want to see the game in its original form, I've got to tell you right now, guys, if they just update the shadows to higher quality, that's not going to prevent me from playing Classic WoW. I'm sorry, I'm a pretty practical guy, and I think something like that could be toggled off and would go unnoticed regardless. So for me, it's just not that big of a deal, and I think a lot of people on the no changes side of the fence feel the same way, in all honesty. So I definitely think Blizzard is watching the discussion. I think they're keeping track of the talking points, and I think this footage proves it. So that's point number two. Now let's talk about point number three. Does this video's release give any kind of insight as to when Classic WoW is going to release? The answer to that question is no, absolutely not. This has nothing to do with the release time frame, which I've explained countless times in previous videos. But what this does tell us, or at least what this shows us, is that something is there. And I've got to be honest with you guys, I spent the greater part of last night in the hospital thinking about life and thinking about all the things that could go wrong in this world. Let me tell you right now, I am not going to let a partly irrelevant video derail the hype train, because right now I am hyped as all hell. So full speed ahead, get on that hype train, fellas. I don't care if it comes out in a year, 2 years, it doesn't matter. We just saw the first 45 seconds of Classic WoW. I am almost certain of this, guys. So strap yourselves in, fellas, because this is going to be a crazy ride. And I'm so glad we saw this footage. I'm so glad it came out the way it came out in this random announcement celebrating the 13th year EU anniversary. I think it's really cool that it happened that way, and I do think Blizzard knows exactly what they're doing. So let's just dispel the notion that they don't know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, fellas. And honestly, I'm super hyped. It's a Sunday. I was planning on making another video, which I'm still going to be doing later on in the day. And honestly, I couldn't not make this video, guys. I'm so hyped. You can probably tell I'm talking all over the place, and it's definitely not my normal style. But honestly, this deserves a raw reaction. And yeah, thank you very much to the original poster, by the way, J. Pedro. You did a great job. And if you guys haven't checked out the original thread, please check it out on our Classic WoW. I think it's a great thread. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is actually alpha footage? Do you think this was something that was launched in Wrath of the Lich King? Or do you think this is some original vanilla footage that Blizzard is just digging out from the deep, deep archives? Let me know in the comment section below. I look forward to making more videos for you guys this week. I know last week was a little bit dead because I got food poisoning and all this stuff, but this week is going to be really, really big, and we have a very special guest coming on Talking with Tip this week, so I hope you guys are excited for that. But enjoy the rest of your weekend, fellas, and as always, tips out, baby.